Guys, in this video I'll be talking about the basic concept of the GMDSS, which stands for Global Maritime Distress Safety System. Now GMDSS is a vast topic and there are a lot of things that can be covered under this topic. So it's not possible for me to cover everything regarding GMDSS in one video. So the idea of this video is to just give you a basic understanding of what GMDSS is. This is mainly if you have to answer an exam question or a question in the orals, or just to get a basic understanding what this system is. Alright, so if you have to explain GMDSS in a few sentences, then this is the video for you. I'll try to make more videos on this topic, but today it's a short video that explains the basic concept of GMDSS. So the basic concept of GMDSS is that search and rescue authorities ashore, as well as shipping in the immediate vicinity of the ship in distress, will be rapidly alerted to a distress incident so that they can assist in a coordinated search and rescue operation with the minimum delay. So this system also provides for urgency and safety communications and the promulgation of maritime safety information, navigational and meteorological warnings, and forecast and other safety information to ships. In other words, every ship is able, irrespective of the area in which it operates, to perform those communication functions which are essential for the safety of the ship itself and of the other ships which are operating in the same area. So example, if your ship is sinking or if your ship is fire, you have to abandon the ship and you need it to be rescued, then you would want to be rescued with minimum delay at the soonest. Alright, if somebody has fallen overboard, so emergency situations when you want assistance at the quickest, and because you are at sea, there is not much help around sometimes, you would want that assistance to come in quickly, and that is where GMDSS comes in. Of course, it has many other functions which mainly regard to communication on ships, but today let's talk about the basic structure of the GMDSS system. So recognizing that the different radio subsystems incorporated in the GMDSS system have individual limitations with respect to the geographical coverage and services provided, the equipment required to be carried by a ship is determined in principle by the ship's area of operation. And this is where we start with Sea Area A1. Sea Area A1 is an area within the radio telephone coverage of at least one VHF radio coast station, in which continuous digital selective calling alerting is available as may be defined by a contracting government or state. Sea Area A2 is an area which excludes Sea Area A1 within the radio telephone coverage of at least one medium frequency coast station or MF coast station in which continuous digital selective calling alerting is available, and again which is defined by a contracting government or state. Sea Area A3 is an area excluding sea areas A1 and A2 within the coverage of an Inmarsat geostationary satellite in which continuous alerting is available. And finally, Sea Area A4 is an area outside sea areas A1, A2 and A3. In all these areas of operation, the continuous availability of alerting is required. So let's talk about some of the functions or communication functions in the GMDSS. So they of course include alerting, search and rescue coordinating communications, on-scene communications of emergencies, locating ships, dissemination of information which is related to maritime safety, general radio communication, bridge-to-bridge communication between ships, so on and so forth. If I could simply explain to you, distress alerting is the rapid and successful reporting of a distress incident to a unit which can provide or coordinate assistance as prescribed. This would be a Rescue Coordination Center or RCC or another ship in the vicinity. When an alert is received by an RCC or a Rescue Coordination Center, normally via coast station or a land earth station, the RCC will relay the alert to the search and rescue units and to the other ships in the vicinity of the distress incident. A distress alert should indicate the ship's identification and the position of the distress, and where practical, its nature and other information could be used for rescue operations. The communication arrangements under the GMDSS are designed to enable distress alerting to be performed in all three directions: ship to shore, ship to ship, and shore to ship. In all three areas, the alerting function is based on both satellite and terrestrial means, and the initial distress alert is primarily transmitted in the ship to shore direction. When the distress alert is transmitted by digital selective calling on VHF, MF, or high frequency ships within digital selective calling range of the ships in distress will also be alerted. So ship to ship alerting also takes place. A distress alert is normally initiated manually, and all distress alerts are acknowledged manually. When a ship sinks, a float-free satellite, which is called Emergency Position Indicating Radio Beacon or EPIRB, is automatically activated. The relaying of a distress alert from a rescue coordination center to ships in the vicinity of a distress incident is made by a satellite communication or by terrestrial communication using appropriate frequencies. In either case, to avoid all ships in a large sea area being alerted, an area call is normally transmitted so that only those ships in the vicinity of the distress incident are alerted. On receipt of a relayed distress alert, ships in the area are addressed are required to establish communication with the Rescue Coordination Center concerned to enable the assistance to be coordinated. So this is how I have simply explained what GMDSS is all about and how the sea areas are divided into 4 zones and what is required or expected in these 4 zones regarding GMDSS communications. I'll try to make further videos regarding this topic, but this is just a short video today. So I'll see you soon with my next video, guys. Keep studying and study hard. Bye.